glorious. No, I won't give in till I'm victorious. And I will defend.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? You already know your boy Menace back in InternetSmarks. Not raw. Fucking Raw rant, man. I'm tired of the bullshit. This is getting crazy every damn time. Yo, what's going on, everybody? You already know what time it is. Your boy Menace, InternetSmarks, back in the building as usual. Another Monday Night Raw recap. Last night was pretty good. It was half talks, half wrestling, but since it's leading to the Survivor Series, you expect that much talking segments because they have to fill in the storyline to however it's going to finish toward the pay-per-view. Still trying to figure out how they're going to work out all these hours. Like, they're getting ridiculous with the amount of hours they're putting toward these pay-per-views. 3 hours NXT, 6 hours for Survivor Series. I don't know if I'm going to make it through the whole thing. I'm going to attempt to. I'll be there, but we're going to run through it. I mean, I'm excited. I'm probably more excited for NXT TakeOver than I am for Survivor Series. Only because NXT talent. And I know Tommy End is around. Tommy freaking End. But yeah, last night's Raw was pretty good. Like I said, it was more of finishing off the storylines build toward the pay-per-view and how everything's going to get. Again, Raw team, everybody having to face it. This is the only part I don't get. It's having the teams face each other before they even... I mean, teammates face each other before they go against the other brand. It's been a continuous thing, but it is what it is. They're making good matches out of it, I guess. So last night's Raw started off with the talking segment. Stephanie and Mick pretty much bigging up all the guys from their team and then placing them in matches against each other. And pretty much warned them if they can't get it together and work as a team that there's going to be repercussions afterwards. Don't know what those are. Where they're going to break up Cesaro and Sheamus. Anyways. First match, talking about Cesaro and Sheamus, was Roman and KO against Cesaro and Sheamus. There was a certain point where Cesaro and Sheamus were working together, but of course, as usual, they go back to their crap, but they don't like each other. They start fighting. End of the day, Roman and Kevin Owens ended up winning the match. Big whoop. These matches don't lead toward anything. If anything, they build more animosity, because if I lost to you a couple days ago, why would I want to team up? But their mentality is different. Get all their anger out, I guess, and then they'll be friends. That's not how it works in the real world, but hey. That followed up with the next segment with Jericho, Strowman, and Seth. Jericho tried to give them a gift of some scarves. Then Braun told him he wanted his scarf. Jericho gives him his scarf, and Braun proceeds to rip it. $750 scarf. He's on the list. Anyway, fast forward to the next segment, which is Sami Zayn against Bo Dallas. Now, in the pre-show, Bo pretty much came out talking about how he felt that he deserved the Intercontinental title chance over Sammy. So Sammy pretty much told him, if you have anything to say, come out and prove it tonight. Fight me. Bo didn't prove nothing. He got suplex into the corner. Huluva kick. Get the hell out of here. Moving on. Followed it another Raw teams. New Day against the team of Seth, Braun, and Jericho. Seth, Braun, and Jericho ended up winning the match. New Day, they only win when they cheat now. Ain't it crazy? Follow that matchup with the Cruiserweight, Brian Kendrick and Sin Cara. Shout out to the bro Chuck for saying in the InternetSmarks Twitter last night that the last thing you want to do is have a backstage beef with Sin Cara. You never know. The anger management class has got to be working. But yeah, this was another stupid thing too. Sin Cara was pretty much defending the fact that his old partner is going to be facing Brian Kendrick for the belt. Why are you pushing the SmackDown brand when you're supposed to be against them? You're actually looking forward to SmackDown taking the belt away from you guys and the whole Cruiserweight division. Sin Cara's a loser. Fire him. I don't know why they're keeping him around. He really has no purpose. Anyways, followed that up. Oh, wait, yeah. Brian Kendrick won that match. Captain's Hook. Whatever. I like the old name better. The following segment was the Brock Lesnar and Goldberg. Of course, they sold it very well. Made it seem like they were about to go to war that night. Save it for the pay-per-view. Brock, at the ending point, pretty much hopped up on the ring, ripped his shirt off, and then just came off the apron and left it alone. Usual, you know, make it seem like the fight's about to go down, and then now make you wait for it. Another team match, Sasha and Charlotte against Nia Jax and Foxy. Nia was beasting on these girls the majority of the night. long story short, Sasha ended up winning the match with the bank statement, but I just didn't like the way it felt like a botch finish to me. It was kind of slow. Foxy was the one that got choked down, tapped. Overall, it has no purpose. Again, they were letting their anger out, I guess, before the pay-per-view comes out. I don't see the purpose in it. I feel like that's just going to create more animosity. If you take a loss to somebody, then having to partner up with them after is not that easy. That was followed by another team matches. Enzo and Cass and the Club versus the Golden Truth and the Shining Stars. I hate the Shining Stars. I don't know why the Golden Truth even put up their position up against the Shining Stars. And then the Enzo and Cass in the Club situation. These guys hate each other. You put them together and it pretty much leads to the same thing. I mean, they won the match. Club and Enzo and Cass ended up winning the match. The Club pretty much just hit the Magic Killer and finished it that way. They just tricked Enzo because they had Enzo all hyped up thinking that he was going to finish it off. He gets up on the top rope and they just refuse to tag. And Club takes the win. Final segment of the night, like I said, was the Survivor Series guys having their face-off. First, Shane and Daniel Bryan came out. You know, the general manager and commissioners had their face-off. They called out. Stephanie called out Team Raw. They came out. Team SmackDown ends up showing up through the crowd. Nice back and forth segment with the talking and then all the back and forth. You know, the Bray and Braun thing. Bray said that he's going to destroy the monster he created. The split with the Shield. You got Roman and Seth on one side. You got Dean on the other. War broke out at the end. Dean pretty much started it. The final thing, pretty much AJ got tossed over. I believe it was a team powerbomb with Seth and Roman. They tossed him out of the ring onto the rest of Team SmackDown. Like I said, I just hope that just builds up to tonight and they end up, Raw team ends up showing up on SmackDown tonight to build up on it. I'm looking forward to that. But, you know, we'll see. Sometimes they get weird with the build-ups. Like, they'll go right 90% of the time and then go left and just have you like, what the hell was the point of that? But it is what it is. You know, we don't always get everything. It was pretty entertaining for what we're going to have. I'm excited for the pay-per-views. I don't know how much they're going to pull off in that amount of hours. That's too much, but it is what it is. Like I said, we'll be back with a SmackDown review, NXT, and also our predictions for the pay-per-views, so stay tuned for those. Appreciate everybody that keeps up with us and stays tuned in. We will be back tomorrow. InternetSmarks. Salute.
Make sure to follow us on Twitter at InternetSmarks1 for all news, rumors, and updates for everything WWE, as well as live tweets for all WWE programming.